Good afternoon. This is JJ DiGeronimo, the president of Tech Savvy Women, and I'm thrilled today to discuss a topic that I found pretty surprising. This is something that I wasn't quite aware of when I was writing my resume or when I was applying for an internal job or even a board seat. And when I stumbled across this research for my second book, Accelerate Your Impact, not only was I glued to every word, but I started to recognize this not only in my own way I positioned myself, but also other women around me. It was back in Fortune in March 26, 2015, that I stumbled across Ms. Snyder's article. She collected about 1,000 resumes. Half of them were from men and half are from approximately from women. She has done many articles around gender in the workplace, biases, and this particular article called The Resume Gap. So to summarize her research, she essentially shares that women's resumes are longer. Just 19% of women submit resumes that fit onto one page, and in contrast to 61% of men, and that women's resumes average 80% more words than men. The challenge, and I think the eye-opening aspect of this, is that yet when it comes to providing detail about previous job, the men present far more specific content than women do. And I have confirmed that this is true. Many women summarize their activities and they don't give measurable metrics associated with their outcomes. So when people are reviewing resume to resume, it's very common that men often look stronger on paper than women do, even though they may have accomplished exactly the same thing. So as you're thinking about this, my next question is always like, well, what does this mean? Show me how. She goes on to really give a specific example about a software engineer. And she documents what she reads in Emma's resume and what she has found in William's resume. And these are examples of how men and women write their resumes. And I think I just moved through this content and just highlighted some of the words that I thought captured the work and current impact that each of these individuals had. And I think you can quickly see that women often, and this is also written up in her material, summarize their output, their impact, and the work that they've previously done, where men provide much more specific data. Come true for me. I have seen this time and time again. I have spoken to hundreds and hundreds of women across the country, and all of them head nod when I show them these examples. So hopefully this will give you some perspective of some of the gender differences just when presenting your resume, and really maybe encouraging you to go back to your resume and maybe even your LinkedIn profile to look at how you describe your past work. And if you like this content and you want to talk a little bit about becoming more career savvy and building a stronger profile online or on paper, you'll join us next week when Chris joins us on February 6th to talk about 3 simple steps to becoming more career savvy in 2017. We look forward to seeing you then, and thank you so much for joining the call today.